At the bottom right of Entombed Valley, we have the Terran player. He won against Seed earlier, and now he's up against the Zerg player. This is... No, he didn't win yet.
He won his first game.
He might win this one, but we are not there yet.
His ID is...
His ID is win.
There we go.
KT Flash.
Flash. It is for KT Rollster. I like the KT shirt a lot, actually.
Really?
It's not just because I use a KT phone.
I don't really like it that much. I mean, it's not bad, but I feel like, for example, the STX jerseys are a little bit better. Look at this, though. We have a 10 pool for Sirius. I expected a lot, but I didn't expect a 10 pool. And the funny thing is, this is, of course...
Hey,
I thought...
I wasn't even going to start with you. I was actually just going to let you do that. I was like, I wonder if it'll surprise them when the intro comes up.
I actually thought we were going to skip it now that we see an 11-11 against a 10 pool. I mean, how crazy is that?
And the thing is, what Flash normally shows, in StarCraft 1 he's known for this, but in StarCraft 2 I would say it's almost like a 100% chance that in this matchup he's going to go for Command Center first. He goes Command Center first so often that this choice by Sirius is awesome. But it's going to be pretty good also against the 2-racks. The thing is, his economy is going to be slightly affected. This is kind of a funny way to start things. I don't know if I've ever seen an early pool versus 11-11 like this, quite in this way.
And he goes for gas. It doesn't really look like he's going to cancel it.
Yeah,
he goes for the oversupply. Looks like he's really waiting for the next Overlord. And yeah, he will go for gas. He's scouting both of them, actually. Yeah, this is just so funny. I might have expected the 11-11 and off Flash, but a 10 pool against Terran, no way.
Yeah.
Not in a game like this. But it shows that Sirius just has no respect. He's like, well, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna play my game right now, and if I defeat you like this, that's fine. I'm confident enough to open with a strategy like that.
And this is going to be really funny to see how this works. Obviously, it's all going to come down to Flash's micro here. He might have wanted to get behind those barracks, but either way with the SCV, he's got enough to buffer. And with the additional 2 Marines that are about to pop out, he's going to be in a good spot. He's going to bunker this hatchery, it looks like.
He knows what's coming now. He knows exactly what's coming. Sirius, that is. He knows that there's a double barracks. He's seen the Marines. So now he can just try to catch the reinforcements. If he's able to get between the force of Flash and the 2 barracks, he can just make sure that no more Marines are heading to the top left. The bunker is now being built, but more and more Zerglings are also in production.
Look at that rally on the Marine, put it behind the barracks. This is looking really bad for Sirius as the bunker will likely finish here. Depends on how well he targets. I think it's just going to finish no matter what. There's not enough Lings here.
He didn't stream back with the rest of his units, and now he's suddenly trying to dart into the main base of his opponent. There are already 3 supply depots. Let's see if Flash is immediately repairing here. Sirius doesn't even stick around. He moves back. There are the Marines for Flash, and wow, this is awesome for Flash. Takes down more Zerglings. Speed has now been started, which is such an important upgrade in a situation like this. And I cannot understand why Sirius would not try to cancel his expansion here.
Yeah, that was really
Can he really hold it? Has he enough Zerglings for that?
I don't think so.
He doesn't lead with the Queen, he doesn't tank any shots, and no, he doesn't. He's losing every single Zergling here.
Yeah, and there's no repair on the bunker, but the hatchery will still go down with the next wave of Marines. There's no way he can save it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe with all the Zerglings that it's building, but I just don't see it happening.
It's going to be really close.
There are way too many Marines. Look at this. The Queen is dying, and now the hatch is being attacked once again. The Harvester count is currently 20 for Flash against 13 for Sirius.
And that's it. He loses it. He pulls back. The Lings are going to be able to surround him, but he doesn't have enough just yet. Flash, actually, with his next wave of Marines, may just be able to hold against the Speedlings. Here we go. It's going to be close. Speed is done. He's trying to get those Marines connected. Nice micro so far.
He takes them down, but no, this is not going to work. Welcome to the Up&Down series. You've just been flashed.
Yeah, he did. He did flash him there, I would say. Now, Sirius doesn't have very many options left. He basically... He's just going to try to make another hatchery. He didn't put back in gas. He's not going to make a Baneling nest.
He has no other choice. He doesn't have the production on one base to man a huge attack. He also doesn't have the gas for a Baneling nest, for example. So he has to build another hatch. There is no other choice for him. He doesn't have any other option. But Flash is way ahead in the Harvester count. He's at 24 against 14. He has the Mule and is now just waiting for his bunker to complete. He's building 2 additional barracks. He's getting his expansion. He has all the cards in his hand. This initial attack just did so much damage. Even though Flash only... Well, Sirius actually killed 2 workers. Flash didn't kill a single drone, but he didn't have to because of the 10-pool opening. There were not enough harvesters.
Yep. And Flash now could make a 3rd command center if he wants to. I think he will. He hasn't done it just yet. He's killing the neutral depot. His marine count is getting insane. He's making another bunker. He's being safe.
The resources lost 1,500 for Sirius and just 500 for Flash. A third of the resources lost for the KT Terran player. Really impressive here. And still no gas. We'll start with the double barracks, with the double refinery pretty soon, I guess. We already have him now with a 3rd command center.
This is Flash's style. He loves to get that 3rd command center. Overlord does see it, which is pretty important for Sirius, but he doesn't have what it takes to punish him. He doesn't have the gas, he doesn't have the production. The worker count he has is still below Flash, even though he's making only drones during this. He didn't have a ton of production. With only 1 hatchery, you can only build so many.
Yep, the 2nd hatch is finally finished. Now he has the drones going for him, but we also have a double ACV production for Flash. He will have this 3rd orbital in a few seconds, and then he has also the triple mule. Now getting the double refinery, he's getting straight into gas. This is horrible for Sirius, and he's trying to defend here. He knows that he has to focus on his drones now. That's why he's not getting any Zerglings. Instead, he's relying on the few that he still has on the map and builds an additional spine crawler in case Flash moves out again with the Marines.
Luckily for Flash, he is at this position at the bottom right of the map, so he can keep his add-ons as part of his wall. So in this case, he's been able to start his tech lab right away. He's going to be able to get stim. If he wants combat shields first, he can do that, but I don't think that's going to be likely. And he can start to add the other add-ons as well whenever he wants to. He's just got so many minerals. He can get the 3rd and 4th gas, start a factory. I mean, this is the worst possible scenario for Sirius, and Flash is just being a merciful god right now and staying in his main base and not touching him. He's not even going to move out and try to kill him, even though he probably could. He just wants to make sure he has every advantage. He's not going to take any risks here, not going to take any chances.
Yeah, he does not want to run into banelings, for example. If there's a lucky baneling hit, he doesn't know exactly what's going on here, then he might lose too many Marines, so he's just playing it safe. He knew that at the time there was no way for Sirius to be aggressive, so with a decent wall and his 3rd command center, he was getting farther and farther ahead of his opponent. Wouldn't be surprised to see now engineering base soon coming up as well. Doesn't really need them. Moving out now with a huge force, and with this split, he should definitely be able to make this work.
This is triggered by his scan. He saw the baneling nest was not ready in time. There's no way for him to make banelings, and he's like, well, with no banelings, you don't hold this. And yeah, the baneling nest is going to finish right as he gets there, but he's not going to have time to morph them.
Yep.
And even if he did have banelings, Flash has so many Marines with good splitting, it's not going to matter.
But he does not have stim yet, so that's going to be a problem if there are enough banelings. The 3rd base is something that Sirius just simply cannot defend. That's the problem. He has to cancel it.
It's just a dream to have that.
Nice heading for the Overlords first. I really like it. Heavy supply block now. But there are the banelings, so this is going to be an issue. He cannot really attack into this.
He's got a nice concave, and yeah, you can attack into it, but there's no way for Sirius to really catch him. He's going to be fighting off creep with slow banelings.
That's something that he should try to avoid. Off creep with slow banelings, Flash will be able to make his micro work even without stim.
Yeah, and stim is about to finish anyways, so he doesn't want to mess around with that. Now, siege tank production has started for Flash. He's going to land his 3rd command center. He really is just playing this so safely. It's like he doesn't want to take a single risk.
And why would he? There's no reason for him to take one. He knows that he holds all the cards, that he is in the position to take this game. He now has the 3rd base already at the mineral line, is taking down the rocks. He is going for the +1/+1, whereas Sirius is just now finishing his 1st evolution chamber. He's trying to get 2 additional hatcheries, once again, of course, the 3rd base and then a macro hatch. But still, even though he's starting to catch up a little bit in supply, Flash is just too far ahead. Sirius is now just starting his lair tech, whereas Flash already has siege tanks on the map.
That was a terrible loss there for him as well. He tries to go into the 3rd base. Flash sees him. Flash's marine count is at 54 at the 13-minute mark. He's lost so few resources. He lost about 150 more from when we originally described his resources lost, whereas Sirius is...
He's at 2,400 if I'm not mistaken.
It hurts to look at. It hurts your eyes, it hurts your brain.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this game is not one that he could win in 1,000 years.
A 60 supply lead for a Terran player in a ZVT is usually something that you don't want to witness. It's brutal, and Flash will show no mercy here. If Sirius doesn't get some amazing baneling hits off, then Flash will just kill him. The only thing that Sirius really has is if he's able to get a few banelings straight into the heart of the Terran player army.
Yeah.
Those Marines would all die. That might give him the edge, but he has to have the perfect engagement.
I would like to see him start Burrow. Even and try to set up some landmines, because that's a high risk, or excuse me, low risk, high reward. High risk for the Terran is where I was going with that. 25 banelings, 28 banelings being warped right now. This is gonna look a little bit like Marine King versus Curix, except there's a few siege tanks, because Flash is gonna be fighting banelings with basically pure Marines.
Scans everywhere, and now the banelings are ready. He could move in before the siege tanks are sieged up. He doesn't do it. Flash is moving forward, a 60 supply lead for the Terran player, moving in.
He wants to wait for baneling speed, it looks like, but
who, Sirius or Flash?
Well, we'll see, man. That's what I'm starting to wonder the same thing.
Flash trying to make it a little bit more interesting. Sirius waiting for his chance here, waiting for 1-1 and the baneling speed. There's the combat shield finishing up for Flash. +2 has been started.
He's got a nice arc down here. It's going to be so hard for Sirius to attack.
Army supply is 60 against 124 in Flash's favor.
The creep is receding now as well. Flash moves up the ramp. He's using the Marines for vision. This is looking a little bit like the 4th base on Ohana right now with how Flash is playing this. Baneling speed is almost done. And even if it finishes, though, he can't fight these siege tanks like this. They're on the edge of the base. This is going to be disgusting. Here he comes running down the ramp. Flash is already pre-split. His tanks are in a great spot.
These siege tanks do way too much damage. Take the banelings down in an instant. Sirius down to 90 supply against 160. And here comes Flash and rips everything apart. GG. Sirius has been flashed. The Terran player takes a 2-0 lead in the group. Well played. As Street Fighter Boys predicted, the win for Flash, his ideas win.
Yeah, well, Sirius chose a risky build, was not able to really capitalize on it. He decided to keep mining gas to get speed, and I think that may have been a problem for him. He didn't make enough zings when the first attack came, but the thing is, when you only have one hatchery, your natural is late, it's really hard to defend against that attack. You can't get a Spine Crow up at your natural because you just don't have creep there. That was a tough position for him to be in. His
biggest problem was that his Zerglings were stuck between... they tried to get between the Marines that attacked and the 2 bunkers to catch the reinforcements, but Flash paid attention to his rally points, made sure that there were always enough Marines to defend the 2 barracks and to make sure that those Lings were pushed back. And those Zerglings, they just lacked when he was trying to defend. The bunker went up, and from this point on it was a downhill battle with those additional Zerglings. He could have been able to defend a little bit better. Also, when he finally started to attack the bunker, he didn't lead with the Queen. He led with the Zerglings. All the Zerglings died. The Queen was on low HP. And yeah, he took way too many losses. Didn't get any additional drones. So a bad game for Sirius and Flash now with a 2-0 in the group.
Yeah, that was a pretty straightforward game by him, and the last one we just saw there. I mean, just that he wouldn't attack his opponent until it was over.
Yep.
He saw with the scan, the Baneling Nest was late, kills the base, goes back. Very patient style. We are going to have a 5-minute break, though, after this first 3 set of games, so don't go anywhere.
Next game is going to be Supernova versus Seed. See you in a few.